Long ago and far away, a legendary interdimensional being known as Zordon came to the city of Angel Grove to establish a vanguard in the never-ending struggle against evil. With the aid of his trusted assistant Alpha 5, the noble master sought out 6 extraordinary teenagers and gave them the power to transform into a superhuman fighting force. In time of great need, the young heroes could now call upon colossal assault vehicles known as Zords. While the identity of the 6 remained a guarded secret, their courageous exploits soon became the stuff of legend, earning them the title Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Yeah! The movie, motherfuckers! That's right, bitches. I said this month we were going to go back to a time to reminisce about my earliest Let's Plays. And one of my first few Let's Plays I did was this game, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie. It was a very shitty Let's Play that I did. Let me go to options real quick before I start this up. I'm going to put this on hard because hard is the way to go. Actually, you know what? Fuck that. We'll make this, it'll make it go by faster if I put it on normal. Hard just makes things take longer, that's all. 6,000 years ago, a morphological being known as Ivan Ooze ruled the world with a reign of unparalleled terror. He rid entire planets of their adult population, then brainwashed the young to follow in his evil path. A faction of young warriors known as the Order of Millennium lured him into a hyperlock chamber and buried him deep underground. Present-day Angel Grove. An inner-city construction crew accidentally uncovers the hyperlock chamber and releases the evil power of Ivan Ooze. God, I used to love this movie when I was a kid. Like, seriously. I was a big-time Power Rangers fan when I was a little kid. I still remember when I first saw it. Because, like, I can't remember what show had stopped playing, but in its place, they started playing Power Rangers, and I was so excited for this. Like, I shouldn't say I was so excited, but I watched it a few times, and I just got hooked immediately. I shouldn't say I was so excited for it, because I didn't know what to expect. Anyway, we're going to kick it off with a little bit of a... No, let's just start off being a woman. Let's be the Pink Ranger. Let's be Kimberly. I'm down for this. Alright, so here we go. Power Rangers, the movie. Are you excited? I'm excited. This game's fun. It is. It is fun. It's very, very repetitive, very, very monotonous. But as a kid, I thought it was fun. I guess I should straight up just say it's straight up fun, because it is mindless beat 'em up style, which for the most part isn't a bad thing, but it can be if you watch how diverse the enemy types are going to be, which is to say, lack thereof. But anyways, let's talk more about how this is a throwback to my old Let's Play, because that's what the whole point of me doing this game as a one-off Wednesday is. Sure, I made a whole Let's Play out of this in the beginning, but that's before I could do videos longer than 10 minutes or whatever the hell I was going by then, 15 minutes maybe. That was back before I could do that. That was back in a time when one-off Wednesday wasn't even a thing. Uploading videos more than 15 minutes was unfathomable based on my internet speed. Good lord. Even now my internet speed isn't great, but at least uploading an hour-long video doesn't take a fucking year. Especially if I try to record it in HD. Also, notice how good this looks as I record it. And yes, hopefully it looks as good in the when I edit it and render and everything here on YouTube, but look how good it looks. Because I'm actually playing my Sega Genesis cartridge. My Super Sega Genesis cartridge. That I owned as a kid. I'm actually playing it, which is fucking awesome. Because when I played this as a Let's Play, I played it on an emulator. But because I'm playing this on the original cartridge, it just feels so natural. Except for the fact that since it's a Sega Genesis game, but I'm playing it with a Super Nintendo controller. Well, how is that possible? Well, for those of you who saw me do Zombies Ate My Neighbors on One-Off Wednesday back in October, I mentioned how I got a Retron 5. So that's what I'm playing this on, Retron 5. I do like the Retron 5 so far. I love how it looks when I'm playing the games and everything. I love how it looks, and I like that I can use the old controllers. Or like even mix and match. So like right now I'm playing Sega with the Super Nintendo controller, which is fucking awesome. Because my only Sega Genesis controller I have left kind of sucks. But anyway, even though everything looks awesome on the Retron, I'm having an issue with the fact that it doesn't read every single game. I haven't tried every single game I own yet or anything like that, but there's a couple games I really wanted to try, or like see if they work on here, so maybe I can play them on my channel at some point. But some of them don't work, so I don't think it's because of the cartridge either. I'm pretty sure it's just because the Retron isn't reading the game for what game it is. It says unknown cartridge. Anyway, I think that does it for the first level, first stage. There's Ivan Ooze, and he burns our ass to death, and now we're on the ground and dead. So that's game over, guys. We lost. Just kidding, but we did get stage 1 cleared. Got all our bonuses, skip all this shit. Moving on. Once released from the chamber, Ivan wastes no time. He's attacking Zordon and attacks the command center, damaging Zordon and Alpha 5. Ay, 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 ay! Right? With Zordon down, the Power Rangers lose their powers. Alpha tells them of a power that will help save Zordon. With hesitation, Alpha sends the Power Rangers to the planet Phaedos to find the Master Warrior who will help them gain the power they need. Why is this part of the game, or why is this part of the story not part of the game? That always bothers me. Meanwhile, Ivan has gained mind control of the adults of Angel Grove and taken out Lord Zed and Rita. Oh no, like I give a shit about them. The lovable Zed and Rita. After landing on Phaedos, the Power Rangers run into Dulcia, the Master Warrior, who saves them from Tengu tribe. She guides them to the Neola jungle, where they will find the power where they are looking for. Also, she warns them of the danger and sends them on their way. She also flashes them with her almost completely nude body, barely covered up by a loincloth, and fashioned a jungle bra. Before they go, Dulcia gives the Power Rangers, or the Rangers, the animal powers of the Ninjetti. Continuing on through the jungle in their way, new ninja uniforms, the Power Rangers encountered many difficult enemies, including the skeleton creatures and the stone gargoyles. Oh yeah? Where's that part of the game, huh? Huh? In the meantime, Ivan has used the adults of Angel Grove to help dig up 2 of his own morphological monsters, the Scorpitron and the Hornitron. The Hornitron. Like a hornet. Back on Phaedos, after defeating the Stone Gargoyles, the Rangers find the Temple of Great Power. Why is this not part of the play? I hate it. They discover how to gain the great power of the temple. Why is this not part of the gameplay, man? With the last of his power, Zordon contacts the Rangers and tells them about Ivan. How hard would it have been to have, like, jungle areas where we fight stone golems or something? With their new power, the Rangers blast back to Earth. Yay. They land in Angel Grove as Ivan's ectomorphicons are destroying the city. Not his ectomorphicons. Alright, well, I guess that's what we're doing. Yeah. The power is on. You damn right it is. Oh, yeah. So looking back on my Let's Play of this, like I said, it was kind of shitty. I did it on an emulator. When I was recording it, I didn't have sound. And last but not least, it's split into episodes, so it's very... There's no continuity, it feels like, when I'm doing when you look back on it. By the way, I want to be Billy, the Blue Ranger. Let's go, Billy. Let's do it. Let's whoop some ass, Billy. We got this. Oh yeah, here we go. Whooping on these ooze. What are they called again? Oozman? TJ Oozmanzadas? I think I made that same joke in my Let's Play. Anyways, what was I saying about? Oh. I think I was going to say something else about how the fact my Let's Play. It's weird because the first episode of the Let's Play for my Power Rangers is my most viewed video that I have on my entire channel. Or, yeah, just at all, yeah. It's got like 13,000 views, I think, or I don't know, somewhere in that realm of views, which is really strange to me because it's a pretty shitty Let's Play. And I think it only attributes because, or it gets the views it does because there's not a whole lot of Let's Plays or videos of this game, just in general. And I named the episode Let's Play Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie, Part 1, Power is On, and the thumbnail is just the title screen, so the title screen is immediately recognizable for those who are looking for this game. So I guess it makes sense that my video has views. Obviously, people don't watch it for more than like 2 seconds once they hear the audio quality because it sucks. But it's just weird that that's my most viewed video. It's super strange. Because then, like, after that, my next viewed video is like, it makes sense. It has, however many thousand views, but it's like a first episode of Metal Gear Solid or a I don't even know, some episode of Metal Gear Solid or one of my other videos or something. It's not friggin' this game. The first episode of a Let's Play I did 3 years ago, which was kind of garbage in all aspects. See, at least right now when I'm recording, I can hear all the music and enjoy everything about the game while I'm playing it, along with playing it on a controller that is more fit for playing this game. And even though I am playing it, the Sega Genesis version on a Super Nintendo controller, I'm pretty sure this game is on Super Nintendo as well. I think. Actually, don't quote me on that. If there is a Super Nintendo version of this game, it might be different. It might be a whole different game. I know there's Super Nintendo Power Ranger games, which is actually what I was contemplating whether or not I should play for this one-off Wednesday. Because my original idea was to do games that are like tributes to my original Let's Plays that were actually going to be different games but the same series or whatever. So like instead of this game, I would have played the original Power Rangers on Super Nintendo, and which has nothing to do with the movie. It's just actually more like the show, and you get to be the Power Rangers when they're not in their suits and stuff. It's a kind of an interesting beat 'em up game, and it's the same kind of gameplay pretty much. A little less fighting game style like this, but still pretty much same concept, just beat 'em up. But that's not one I played growing up, so if I played that on here, I'd have to practice, or either that or just we'd have to do a lot of fail. But I haven't ruled that one out as a future something. It's just for right now, I'm not doing that as this one-off Wednesday. But like, because now you know and see this one-off Wednesday for this month, you can probably, maybe you won't know exactly what I'm going to do for the rest of the month, but you can probably come up with a good idea of what we may be doing on the other 3 Wednesdays for this month as nice little throwbacks to my original Let's Plays. Now, one thing I wish I would have done a little bit more on the original Let's Play is talk a bit more about just Power Rangers in general. I'm sure I've talked about like, oh, I like this, or I remember this, but just maybe collect my thoughts a little better about it, maybe, or even just about the movie itself. Because I remember when this movie came out, I was there day one. We went the weekend it came out. I was so fucking excited for this movie. It was like, Power Rangers, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, gotta see Power Rangers on the big screen. Gotta. I mean, it reminded me of the times when of the Ninja Turtles, and I went and saw all their movies in the big screen. And obviously, in hindsight, I liked the Turtles way more than Power Rangers. But at the time, when I was a Power Rangers fan as a kid, my god, Power Rangers was the only thing I thought about. I had all the toys, watched all the episodes, watched all the only movie there was at the time. I knew everything about the damn show. The only thing I didn't really comprehend is that it was a show where most of the footage came from Japanese footage, like a similar show to Power Rangers, where they just took that footage, added in American footage of the teenagers and all that stuff, and then cropped it all together and made it into a coherent, well, semi-coherent story. I won't say it was all coherent, but a coherent story, yes. I'd say they did a pretty good job for what they did, and I'm pretty sure as the seasons grew later and later into like different Rangers and all that, I'm pretty sure what happened was they eventually started filming their own Power Ranger stuff. I mean, I don't know when that started either. For all I know, they still, to this day, still have the Power Rangers, and they still do the same thing with Japanese footage and crop in American teenagers, but I don't think that's the case anymore. Pretty sure at some point they switched over to just, it's all the same thing. And even like now they're bringing back some of the old Rangers, or like at the very least they're bringing back the guy who played the Green Ranger, whatever his name is, Jason David Frank or whatever his name is, the guy who played Green Ranger originally. They brought him back not too long ago, or maybe he's coming back still, I don't know. But just stuff like that. He actually gets to reprise his role in the original, but actually be a part of what they film now. It's not just the Japanese footage. He's actually got this Green Ranger suit on and everything. And he's doing the fighting himself and everything. He actually has tried to become a legit martial artist. Maybe not an MMA guy, even though I have heard he's tried to be an MMA guy. But he may not be on that level, really, as much as he wants to be. Point is, have you seen where this conversation has spiraled? I just start rambling, and this is what happens. It's because all I'm doing is beating up purple fucking goons. It's all I'm doing. We have to talk about other things, otherwise we'll be here all goddamn day. Also, we need to kill this guy before I run out of time. I've wasted so much time talking that we've run out of time. Literally. Die, you fuck. Oh, come on, man. Just get up. There you go. Any more? Okay, good. We didn't drain too much life. Yeah, when you run out of time, your life starts draining, so you have to hurry up. And when this is on normal, man, imagine if I was doing this on hard, we would have probably already died. Because we're doing this on normal, I can fly through this a little faster, not have to die a bunch or anything like that. And there's a couple stages later that I hate, so like they get kind of annoying. So I'm kind of glad I'm doing this on normal. Because there's one stage in particular that'll be really annoying on hard. Don't worry, I beat this game playing on hard. In fact, I think my Let's Play I played it on hard. So if you really want to see it just being played on hard, you could go watch that. This is a casual play, sir. This is a casual one-off Wednesday. This is where we reminisce. So, back on the subject of Power Rangers. The movie like marked the end of like one set of Zords and then transitioned them into a new set of Zords, which is kind of what the story was talking about here. In the beginning, they were still using one set of Zords, and then after they go to the other planet and get the Ninjetti stuff, then they transition into the Ninja Zords. And then, like, the next episodes of the show that came out after the movie came out was following with them, continuing on with the Ninja Zords. Speaking of Ninja Zords, it's time to fight those fucking giant bugs. Are we going to go Falcon Zord or are we going to go Megazord? Ninja Megazord. I think I'm going to go Ninja Megazord. We'll use the Falcon dude later. We'll have a chance to use them both at some point. But anyway, we get to see this awesome animation of the Megazord that you get to see every single episode of Power Rangers, where the same footage is reused every episode, and watching the freaking Megazord be reassembled every freaking episode. It takes up like a quarter of the episode. Seriously though, that's the beauty of Power Rangers, using the exact same fucking footage. It's kind of ridiculous. Like it's Morphin time, and then combine that with when the Zords get called out and forming into the Megazord. It's kind of unbearable to watch now. It's like, can we skip this? I saw this. Like, if you're watching it on Netflix, oh my god, I can't even imagine watching it on Netflix. I know they had it on there, but I did not watch. If I did, I would have drove myself insane. Because, like, how can you watch that and see those reused things and not be like, okay, I get it already. I saw this 10 minutes ago when you did it in the episode before this. It is not a binge watch show, to say the least. It's a weekly show, daily show at best. And that's pretty much how I watched it as a kid, because that's how it was released when I was a kid. So that's how I remember it, and I don't remember it ever getting old when I was a kid. But looking on it now, I could see how some of that footage would just get old as fuck. Come on, bitch. Stop fucking around, you Scorpion-tron. Anyway, you saw that the Hornet bug thing ran away. Now we gotta fight the Scorpion. The Hornet runs away because he'll be back in a bit. But the Scorpion, we get to whoop ass on now, and he will not get away from us. Never. It should also be mentioned, there is 3 buttons on a Sega controller, correct? One is attack, one is jump. Well, when you're on foot. When you're in a Zord, the jump button is just block or grab. I'm not sure which one it does. And then the other button does this sword chop, right? Or when you're on foot, it does like the jumping roundhouse kick. When you do when you press the C button, it's actually the C button on a Sega controller. What it does is it actually drains your health, but it's a strong attack, but it uses up your health, kind of like how Ninja Turtles, when you do the strong attacks, it uses up your health. It's really annoying, but it's because it's such a strong move. You should only use it in special situations when it's needed, or if you like spamming it all the time just to hurry up and win, if you know you're not going to get hit. Whatever, I'm not going to worry about it, but I try not to use it too much unless I want to chop the shit out of somebody. Whoop the crap out of that Scorpitron. Hell yeah, I did. Let's get through this. And that was only Stage 2, guys. Yeah, Stage 2. And if this game was following the movie, there would be a Stage 3, and that would be the end of the game. But then you get back to this, the story. Rocky and Aisha are talking about the time when they joined the Power Rangers. And the rest of the game is a flashback. At Rita's moonbase, Lord Zed suddenly appears and seals Rita away for a couple of eons. He has his own plans for the Earth, ones that Rita could not handle. Yeah, because the first season was all Rita, then Zed showed up. The Green Ranger has been losing his morphing powers, and Zed's new putties are giving the Rangers a very tough time. Even the Megazord and the Dragonzord have been defeated. Oh no. Oh no. It seems like a time of darkness is about to come. Oh shit. This can't be good. As Tommy's Green Ranger power faded, Zordon transformed him into the stronger White Ranger. Sounds racist. Alright, here we go. It's kind of pissing me off that they did the flashback, but they did it right to the point where you can't be the Green Ranger. I'm like, come on, man! Let me be the Green Ranger. So anyway, this is the old cast, which I always thought to be crazy, because the beginning of the game is the movie where they have the new cast with Aisha, the black chick, Rocky, the guy who takes over the Red Ranger, and Adam, who takes over the Black Ranger. But and you get a flashback where you got Zack and Trini and Jason. Speaking of, who am I going to pick here? I think I'm going to go Trini. You don't get to use her too often in this playthrough, so let's go Trini. I love me some Yellow Ranger. Oh yeah, let's be the stereotypical yellow racist Asian Ranger. Let's do it. Now we fight putties. I still remember the season where they went from the original to when I don't know if Lord Zed showed up before they got the new Rangers. I can't remember. Or not the new Rangers, but the new Zords. Because they went from the original Zords to some new Zords. Can't remember what it was called exactly. I can't remember. Well, like they were saying, the Dragon Zord and the Megazord were defeated, and so they transitioned them from that to the White Tiger Megazord and the other one that we're about to see in a minute. I think it's the Thunder Megazord. I still remember that transition because even the putties looked different. The original putties looked like they were just covered in straight up silver ass duct tape. But these putties, they were wearing a white bodysuit with only little pieces of duct tape over certain strategically placed spots. But also, they could not be defeated unless you punch the big ass circle thing right on their chest. It's like a self-destruct button right on your chest. It looks a lot like the Iron Man thing. You know how Iron Man has that big thing on his chest? Basically, if you took that out, he'd be dead. Same principle. These putties are basically held together by this self-destruct button on their chest. You punch it, they die. I think they were called like Zeo putties or something. In fact, I think the little symbol on their chest had a Z on it for Lord Zed, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, you can kind of see it in their sprite for this game. It is a Z. I think they were just called Zeo putties. I actually don't remember every little detail about Power Rangers, but I'm surprised I remember some of the story stuff like that. Because as much as I remember the story stuff like that, I do not remember villains for shit. If you showed me all the villains from Power Rangers, I'd be like, oh yeah, that's what they look like. But off the top of my head, I would not be able to describe. I could probably give you about 5 or 6, but we're talking a show that was weekly for a long time. There's got to be hundreds of villains by the time this show was over. I could tell you about the main villains like Rita and Zed and Rita's little minion guys and Goldar, who actually will make an appearance in this game. But like the enemies in this stage, the ones that we're fighting here, which we saw one of them already, that girl, the womanly looking being in the red and gold. See another one here in a second. Here's the other one. These ones, I don't even remember them from the show. They're probably there. There's so many strange enemies. I mean, I'm sure they were there, but I don't recall when they showed up. If they literally showed up in the same storyline part that is described in the cutscene parts of this game, then fine, but I don't remember that shit at all. It's weird how much I remember loving Power Rangers and yet so little that I remember. But then I go back to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I remember so much more about that. And I watched that earlier, and I was younger, so it makes no sense that I remember that better. I don't know what it is. I guess it's just because Turtles has become more of a. Turtles was more mainstream, I think. I think Turtles became more mainstream because Turtles had 3 movies in the early '90s. Like, that's crazy. Power Rangers, sure, they had more movies overall, but only one of them actually made it big screen, correct? And that's the one is what this game is based on. Not one other Power Ranger movie that I know of made it to the big screen. I know they did more. I don't know if they've done one per every set of Rangers they've had, but I know there are more Power Rangers movies. I remember seeing at least one on TV before. Like, I remember coming back to Power Rangers at some point, seeing it on like Cartoon Network or something, going, oh, Power Rangers, they still do this shit? And it was like a movie. It wasn't even just an episode of the show, because it was like a super long thing. And I was like, oh, this must be a movie. Made for TV style. Straight to DVD style. Probably VHS, because that's how long ago this was. Anyway. Yeah, that's another thing I never really insisted on when I was a kid, and this has nothing to do with Power Rangers in general, or other than Power Rangers, but just more of VHS or any videos in general. I wasn't one of those kids who needed to see like one of the VHS for all the episodes of the show, because they did release a lot of the show on VHS tapes. But like, if you think about it, a VHS tape could only really hold like 3 or 4 episodes if you include all the credits and all that kind of crap. That's all you could really fit on a VHS, so it's no surprise that it was kind of a waste of time to buy the VHSs unless you just like watching a couple episodes. It's like you'd have to buy the ones that have the episodes that you really, really like. But for Power Rangers, it wasn't just about certain episodes that I really liked. I just liked this overall story of things and wanted it. And like, it was the kind of show where it's like even as a kid, you're like, okay, there's got the resolution here at the end of the show has got to be Rita's gonna die. But then, like, this is the original. We're talking about only the original before you even get to more villains. There's Rita. She's sending all these monsters to attack the Rangers. The logical end of the show when you're a kid is Rita's defeated. That's the end of the show. Like, that's going to be the very end of the show. Whenever they get to the end of the show one day, the end will be defeating Rita once and for all. By the way, the stages will not be over until Zed does his usual thing, which is throw a giant ball of semen onto the ground and watch his creations grow. And it's a little more disgusting than what Rita used to do. Rita used to just throw her staff into the ground, and that's all it worked. Here's the Thunder Megazord I was talking about earlier, which I used to actually have the toy for this. It was fucking awesome. Can't remember. I think my mom's cousin bought it for me or something. It could also be the White Tiger Sword, but I'm going to be the Thunder Megazord. He looks fucking sweet. I love that helmet. It's fucking samurai style. Dude, I used to love that Zord, because the Zord came in all these pieces and you put them together. Like, I loved the toys that you actually transformed to put all the pieces together. Those were the best Power Ranger toys. You actually put all the pieces and you got the Megazord out of it. Fucking awesome. Although they never moved as good as they do like this. This shit moves so fluidly. Your toy never moved that fluidly. It was always kind of a blocky piece of shit. Anyway, what was I talking about Rita? I was saying how she was the main villain and you expected the show to end when she was defeated finally, right? So as a kid, you're just kind of waiting for that moment. But that moment just never came. It was a week-to-week fight with a new monster all the time, but it was never any step closer to fighting Rita. They never fought Rita, and even to what I remember, they never actually fought Rita. What ended up happening is they got more and more threats. Then Zed shows up and adds just more threats, and then they just kept going weekly forever. And while for an episodic show like that, you need some kind of villain to like be the stable, like the guy behind the scenes type thing, which is kind of what like Kingpin is to Spider-Man type of thing. But you get the idea. As a kid, you didn't want it to end, so you didn't have like a favorite episode. You were just kind of waiting, like, okay, they defeated that guy. Now next week, maybe they'll get to Rita, and it's like, oh, at least you sent another monster. She's causing more shit. It's like, why don't they just go up there and kick Rita's ass already? I get she's like way up there in space, but come on, man, you got Zords. Zords are basically like spaceships. They just need some rocket power, and they'd be there in a moment's notice. Anyway, I whooped the shit out of those beezies. I don't even need to focus when I play this game. That's how easy how mindless it is. I shouldn't say easy. Due to Bulk and Skull's stupidity, 3 Angel Grove teenagers and a teacher are kidnapped by Goldar. While chasing a runaway baby carriage, the Power Rangers must save them before it is too late. Okay then. Sounds like a plan. Bulk and Skull. Oh, we need to talk about them in a second. But as for the story, I guess this must have happened in the show. Adam, Rocky, and Aisha got kidnapped before they were Rangers, and the rest of them went to save them. I guess that happened in the show. I really don't remember. Anyway, we're going to be Zack Attack because he's black and he's awesome. Yes, I did say that's because he's black, because he's awesome. This is probably the most interesting stage in the game because there's actually secrets in it, and I'll show them off. But as I was saying before, we need to talk about Bulk and Skull. Bulk and motherfucking Skull. What goddamn imbecile entertainment motherfuckers those guys were. Talk about a reason to keep watching the show and be entertained by the parts that had nothing to do with the Power Rangers. If it weren't for Bulk and Skull, the parts with the teenagers would have been complete and utter bullshit drama that nobody wanted to watch. Because it was just a bunch of teenager crap like, oh my god, I was doing this thing and it went wrong, and it was like, oh my god, my period happened and I couldn't even do what I wanted to do today, and it was like, oh no, my day was ruined. And then all of a sudden, it would just be bullshit. But then all of a sudden, Rita will attack, and everything that happened in the story didn't matter. But because of Bulk and Skull thrown in there to add some comedic relief, every situation made a little bit more tense on the human side of things while Power Ranger stuff was going on, because Bulk and Skull were there to certainly fuck everything up. And that was a big part of the entertainment of the show. In hindsight. As a kid, I kind of hated Bulk and Skull. That's just because They generally, when you're a kid, you just generally like the good guys and hate the bad guys. It's just kind of a general concept to you as a kid. But looking back on it, Bulk and Skull were awesome, and they are the shiznit, and I would high-five them if I met them to this day. Hell yeah. Looking back on it. But still, Power Rangers is not a show I ever look back on like I'm going to go back and watch it one day. At least with Turtles, I have animation to look forward to. When it comes to human beings doing shitty acting jobs, it's pretty tough to watch. Doesn't hold up, if you know what I'm saying. So anyway, this area that I'm in right now on here is actually like a secret, sort of. You had to bust open that rock that I busted open to get in here. And then you're just kind of here like on a small gauntlet where you have to kill all the enemies. And once you kill all the enemies... I thought that was it. We'll get there in a minute. Kill all the stupid putty bitches. Punch that shit. And nope, still going. Still going. I know we're getting close when the time's about to run out because that means we're getting there. Fuck you with your little bullshit dropkick. Dare. You dead yet? Okay, there we go. Once you kill them all, you walk off screen all epic, and then you end up back out here, right back to where you started. And then you go to the next rock over and bust it open, and another secret. Secrets everywhere. And this one is a little bit more like what the fuck. It's a giant Zed with a giant hand doing God knows what. That's right, I dodged your hand. I dodged your hand. As a kid, I didn't give a fuck because you have a lot of health in this game. But if you jump, you're pretty much safe. He's just basically doing an earthquake. It's not even that hard to dodge. And once you beat the fuck out of that, you're done with that little bonus thingy. And then you move on with your life. Yep. Awesome secrets, am I right? Secrets for the win. I want to keep that rock, thank you very much. Use that to fuck some fools up. Throwing boulders and shit. Seriously, who throws a boulder? Seriously. Seriously, who throws a cupcake? I throw cupcakes. Cupcakes are very easily thrown. In fact, if I can get it to stick on somebody's forehead when I throw it at them, all the better. Whew. Man, I am a ball of information about Power Rangers today, aren't I? But I feel like this is a much easier to record than it was back when I did emulator and I was more concerned with what I was saying specifically or what was happening in the game specifically or the fact that I was on a more strict time limit and my editing skills sucked, so everything I did was like trying to be planned around the editing and everything because I knew what I would have to do when I edited it and all that, or even just when I recorded it. But let's stop talking about that. Right now, let's focus on the fact that we're fighting Goldar. Fucking Goldar, man. The most annoying thing you fight in this game. No bullshit. Seriously, he is fucking irritating. Get back here, you fuck. And the main reason he's annoying is because he flies, and he likes to fucking stay off the screen so you can't even get to him. He's a fucking asshole. Then when you try to do that fucking flying jump kick, he always moves out of the way because he's a fucking asshole. Fucking Goldar. Quit being such a fucking asshole. Yeah, that's right, bitch. Got you again. Fucking jump backflip kick, bitch. Don't make me... Oh, God damn you and your fucking rain of fire. Yeah, that's right. Fucking throw a rain of fire at me, I'll fucking kick you in the nutsack. Right in your blue ball nutsack. And Goldar was always an interesting creature to me because he's covered in gold, right? But I think if he took all his shit off, he would look like a flying monkey from Wizard of Oz. I mean, look at his face. It's very blue. It's very blue. The inside of his wings, very blue. Pretty sure he's just got golden armor on his wings. But yet he calls himself Goldar. I mean, who does he think he is? The dude from Final Fantasy III? Huh? 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 Goldar. It's funny that I can make that reference now because when I actually played this game as my Let's Play, I hadn't played Final Fantasy III yet. So I didn't know who Goldor was. Now I know who Goldor is. And maybe Goldar is based on Goldor from Final Fantasy III. Wouldn't that be an interesting revelation if somebody told me that was true? But it's probably just a similar relation because the word gold being in the name of something gold just makes sense. But anyway, Zed's back to his usual bullshit, making his monsters grow with his giant ball of jizz. And Goldar really wasn't his monster. Goldar was actually around when Rita was around, but pretty much all of Rita's lackeys went ahead and worked for Zed when they got when Rita got punked, basically, for her spot. I'm going to be the Tiger Zord this time. Let's try out a little bit of everyone if we can. I actually used to have a Tiger Zord toy as well, but it didn't transform. It was just the tiger. It was still awesome, and it was like kind of mechanical. It moved around and stuff. That's part of why it didn't transform. I kind of wish I had the transformable one, though. Would have been cool. So anyway, fighting Goldar as a Zord. I think this one's slightly less annoying than when you're not a Zord, but I don't remember. I just remember he's fucking irritating as shit. I might even use my See It sword chop attack more just because. I love that sword that I get. That golden fucking flayed ass saber looking sword. I don't even know what you call that shit. Scimitar, I guess. Yeah, the golden scimitar. I guess that's a good way to put it. That you get as the Tiger Zord. And look at that shit. Fucking go power of Grayskull on his ass. Yeah. By the power of Tiger Zord, I will kill you. By the power of Zordon. Anyway. Punch that fool out the sky. God, you can't do combos on Goldar. It's very annoying. Because all you really do is punch him out of the sky. He always blocks your combos or chops you down in one hit. So it's like fucking bullshit. It's fucking garbage. It's Garbage Town, USA. Yeah, you heard me. Garbage Town, USA Goldar. Get your ass on the screen so I can whoop your ass to get down. Gotta get up to get down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get your bitch ass on the floor because you gotta get up to get down. You gotta get up to get down. Gonna punch Goldar in his crown. Gonna punch Goldar in his crown now. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck. Ah, damn it. Probably the best part about this game is the music. It's perfect Power Ranger music. It's pretty much music straight from the show and or movie, and it's just spot on mood-setting Power Ranger music. It's very good, and it's very Genesis, so it works out quite nicely for the game that is the game and console. It works out quite nicely. Come here, bitch. I'm gonna chop you with my fucking choppy chop sword. Get over here. Get over here. We still got one more whole bar. We might not even be able to beat him in time, guys. I might actually have to use a credit on this one. See what I mean about Goldar being annoying? Ugh. Imagine doing this on hard. I wouldn't even be halfway done with this fool. I'm gonna die just because I just can't hit him in time. The time ran out. Asshole. 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 Wait, did he go? Did I beat him? No, not done. Oh, it just won't let me do the sword attack again. Ah, shit, I died. Well, he got me. Suck a fucking asshole. Alright. Yeah, I got tons of credits. It's arcade style. You do share credits if you play 2-player, though, so keep that in mind if you are playing 2-player, which is a capability of this game. That wasn't obvious by the fact that it's been blinking press start on the right side this whole time, and that it said 2-player at the beginning when I started. Anyway, the good thing about Goldar is you don't actually have to kill him, because he just goes the fuck away when he's half dead. But that makes sense, right? Because Goldar is another one of those recurring enemies who just never fucking died. Never fucking died. Power Rangers had many epic battles with Goldar. While being rescued by the Rangers, the teenagers found out that Billy is the Blue Ranger. That's because they were all friends with Billy. I remember that. In the meantime, Jason, Zack, and Trini have been invited to the International Peace Summit. Oh yeah? They are freed of their Power Rangers duties, and 3 new ones are chosen. The 3 teenagers they just rescued. Oh. But to transfer their power to the new ones, the Power Rangers must travel to the Forbidden Planet to get the Sword of Legend. Oh, is that right? That's cool. Man. You know what's sad? The actress that played Trini, the Asian chick, she's dead. Like, they were teenagers when they did these roles in the early 90s. They should only be in their 30s and 40s now. And now, to know that one of them is dead already is just sad. Don't tell me sad stories, bro. Anyway, we still get to use the original 6, so I'm going to go ahead and use Jason because this will be our last opportunity to use him. So let's do this stupid level where we have to go get the sword. This is the stupidest level ever, by the way. I hate this level. First it starts off, you got to fight Gold fucking Dar again. Yes, I know. It's bullshit. But sometimes you got to go through the bullshit to get to the shining diamond inside. Or the legendary sword, as it were. This fucking stage, man, I hate it. I really do. I mean, you basically just have to go all the way to the right on this stage, but Goldar will just follow you all the way, so you're better off getting rid of him first. It's much easier to get rid of him, because then you can focus on moving to the right, instead of having to deal with his douchebag ass burning you or trying to burn you the whole time. And he won't go away, you'll just have to fight him at the end, which is much more difficult. So take him out as quickly as possible. Remember, you are on a timer. I think he's going to go away now. Yeah, okay, cool. Now go! Oh shit, well, the bullshit has begun. Yes, the reason why this episode, or this stage is bullshit is the fucking rain of fire. Literally, the rain of fire. It's so goddamn irritating. On hard mode, it's the worst, because it does so much fucking damage to you. It's impossible to not get at least one game over, or whatever. Use up one credit. And yeah, I know, it only just started raining, but don't worry, it's not over. The rain will continue. In fact, I'm just going to keep going right. Oh wait, I want that. Yeah, give me all the points, bitch. I'm going to get the highest score of high scores. You know it. The highest of all the scores ever known to this game, ever. Not really. I am not a master at this game. Not by any means. Nor am I a master of any game, for that matter. I'm better at some games than others, but I am not a master at any of them, to say the least. I want the saber-toothed tiger coin. Give me it. I also want the Mastodon coin. Give me it. I'm trying to remember if I had an original Megazord toy. I think I did, but it didn't transform. It was just the Megazord. So it was already in Megazord form. You could, all the pieces were visible, and obviously you could tell, the Triceratops foot, the saber-toothed foot, the pterodactyl body, the Mastodon rest of the body, and then what was the other one? Oh, and then the T-Rex head that transformed into the fucking Megatron head or whatever the hell it looks like, the Optimus Prime head, fucking Transformer ass head. But yeah, I never had a transforming original Power Ranger Megazord bot thing. Until I got the Thunder Megazord, I didn't have the transforming kind. Which was cool with me. I mean, whatever. Parents can't afford stuff. It's just how it is when you're young, man. Sometimes your parents just don't have the funds. And you want all the coolest toys ever, but you don't get them. Rocky, Aisha, and Adam receive the power from the sword and become the new Power Rangers. Yay! It's too late to look back. We must face the future, and the future is now. And now we're back to the movie again. Don't forget. Yeah, let's go kick some ooze, yelled Aisha. Yay, kick some ooze. I'm gonna kick your ooze. Alright, here it is. The final battle with Ivan Ooze. He becomes one with his creature. And now he's an absolute nightmare of a fly-looking thing. It's kinda unsettling. And this is exactly how it happened in the movie. He combined himself with one of his creatures, and then you had to fight it. And of course you had to fight it in Megazord form. So this is stage 6, the final stage of the game. And it's just a straight up Zord battle, one-on-one with Ivan Ooze. And we're going to go ahead and use the Falcon Zord, because we haven't used him yet. Falcon Zord was awesome. Watching him in the movie was amazing. Like, remembering the Ninja Zords for the first time seeing the Ninja Zords on big screen was absolutely amazing. I mean, think about it. You're a little kid. All you've seen is the shitty stuff you've seen on TV where the animations of the Zords are just, or I should say animations, the however you want to call it, the choreography and the movement cycles of all the Zords is very limited for the most part. You don't get a lot of epic battles or at least like epically choreographed battles. Sure, some of the battles are epic because it's giant monster versus giant monster. Point is, in the movie, seeing the Falcon Zord and all the other Ninja Zords on big screen and that's the first time you're introduced to them before they get put onto the show, was absolutely insanity when I was a kid. It was just amazing. Also, when you're the Falcon Zord, you can clothesline a bitch, so let's clothesline a bitch. You will not destroy me. I want to get him before he gets me. I don't want to have to use a credit. I want to see if I can beat him without using a credit. Come on. Ah, shit, that draining move. Ow, it hurts. Stop it. Oh, God. He's going to get me again. No. Oh, no, he got me again. No! Fuck you. Got me again. Go back to the Falcon Zord. I want to finish him with the Falcon Zord. He's almost done. I only need to hit him like one more time. Don't I? There you go. Is he done? No, do we actually have to like almost kill him. Dude, this motherfucker... Oh, there he goes. Yeah, after he's almost defeated, he flies away like a little bitch. And exactly as the final battle of the video of the show, the movie is, "Don't let that booger man escape!" I believe that was the words of Goldar in the movie. "Don't let that booger man escape!" And exactly in the movie, the Ninja Megazord attaches with the Falcon Zord, and now it can fly and chase after bitch-ass Ivan Ooze, who flew up into space. And now we're going to fight him on the moon, because that happened in the movie. Wait, what? We're only using the Falcon Zord? How come it's not... What? Really? I thought we got to use the combined one. That's bullshit. Well then, whatever. It's just the same battle we just fought on Earth, except for now we're on the moon. Or, I guess we're not on the moon, are we? Technically we are. I don't know. Maybe we're just on the crater. Because the whole point of the movie is there's like a giant asteroid coming to... Or no, it's not. There's a comet that's gonna pass by the Earth in the movie, and so like the plan is to get Ivan Ooze up there and have him collide with that comet to destroy him. I think that's how the plan goes. Don't quote me on that. It's been so long since I've seen the movie. In fact, I may go watch this movie tonight just because I'm in the mood now all of a sudden. Just thinking back, it makes me want to... And mostly... Oh, actually, I'm going to be the Ninja Zord to finish this off, by the way. So we can hit him with the sword and shit. Check it. But, you know what I'm thinking about mostly is that girl, the chick in the green. The Amazon chick in the green from the planet whatever. You saw a picture of her in one of the earlier scenes. That's what I'm thinking about. I want to see her. Anyway, I believe that does it for the game. So, folks, yes, you don't even defeat him in the final battle. The final thing actually finishes in a cutscene. But that's the game, folks. That's all she wrote. Let's watch our final cutscenes. Let's do it. Oh. Okay. Maybe there is no final cutscenes. I am wrong. Well, then. That's disappointing. I thought there was a final cutscene. I know there is. You must get it after you put this shit in. So let's put this shit in. And I'm just going to put my real initials in because this is my cartridge and you can suck fat dick. Yeah, my top score is better than your top score. Here's the final cutscene. They're fighting. They're fighting. Ivan Ooze is putting up a great fight. But he'll never be able to defeat me, for I am Ninja Megazord, and boom! Gets rocked with that comet. Yeah, see, we must have been fighting on the moon if the comet just shows up there. That's why this game, like, there could have been so much things better about this game if they just frickin' put the parts where they go to the planet in the movie on the game. How hard would that have been? Thanks to the Power Rangers in Grove and the world have been spared from the terror known as Ivan Ooze. Ivan and his 50-foot monsters had us surrounded, said Bulk. There was no escape, said Skull. Gotta have them in the game. At that moment, we knew we were facing death straight in the eye, said Bulk. We could smell its breath, said Skull as laughter echoed inside the juice bar. The Power Rangers had a little help from us. In fact, they are thinking of making us honorary Power Rangers, as the crowd around them snickered. We held Ivan and his monsters off until the Power Rangers showed up. Then we let the Rangers finish him off, said Bulk as the crowd laughed. Oh god, so much good stuff. I like that they even incorporated the actual Bulk and Skull music into the game. That's pretty cool. Alright, I believe that does it for our one-off Wednesday playthrough of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie, the video game for Sega Genesis. It's right there on the screen. This was enjoyable. I feel like I got my thoughts out there a little bit more than I did than in the Let's Play. Plus, it's all one coherent video. It's not split into a bunch of shitty parts with shitty quality and shitty sound. It's all good. So in conclusion, this game, not great, but good mindless fun, especially when you're a kid and it's based on a show that you absolutely love. Hell yeah. It's actually got me in the mood to watch the movie, which I do own on DVD, by the way. Of course I own it on DVD. Don't judge me. I'm gonna watch that shit later, and I'm gonna enjoy the fuck out of it. I'm also gonna micro-analyze everything and know how much it sucks. But I'll still love every minute of it. Oh god, so much fun. So much fun. So this brings me to the what are we going to play next week? I'm not going to give it away, but like I said, if you look back on my own Let's Plays, it should give you a pretty good idea of what we're going to play next week. But I will reserve that. I know I said I'm playing this one as basically a replay of my original Let's Play of it. The other ones, I may not be able to replay them. I may have to do what I call a tribute to them by playing something similar to them. So that's where the curveball is going to be there. And there, you might not be able to guess what I'm going to play exactly. You may get a curveball. But the curveball will be explained when I play it, of course. It's not like you're going to just get a curveball and I'm not going to explain it. When you get a curveball thrown at you, nobody likes it to be inexplicable. Okay? Answers will happen. Rangers. Oh man, I should have been singing along with this, shouldn't I have? I love this fucking song. Go Power Rangers. Go, go, Power Rangers. This is not the part of the song where they sing Go Go, is it? No, this is just like the part. This is the bridge, as you call it. The part of the lyrics that no one knows. Yeah, pretty much. God, just it's weird to just think about Power Rangers. It really is. So many things in my head that I just can't put into words. Just flood in my mind when I think of Power Rangers. Mostly like, you know, different characters and stuff, but just like stuff I can't even remember how to explain. It's kind of awesome, actually. Kind of visuals that only I can have. Unless someday they make a thing where I can transmit my brain onto a screen and be like, here's what I'm thinking of, here's what it looks like. Oh my god. I can't wait till that's possible, if it ever will be. There's a lot of reasons why you wouldn't want to do that, mostly dirty-minded things, but there's a lot of reasons why you would want to do that, especially if you want to be like a game designer or something, but you are a shitty artist like me. I would love to be able to translate stuff in my head into a drawing or pick, you know, visual version of what I'm thinking, just so I can be like, yes, that's exactly what I was trying to think of. Because otherwise I gotta go to an artist and describe what I want, and hopefully he can have the vision to draw it. That's never gonna happen, not perfectly at least. And now this conversation is devolving into what I want and what technology I want in this world. Can we get this over with? Can we get the special thanks from Haim Saban out of the way? Saban. I think that's the makers of Power Ranger, actually. At least the Japanese part of it. John David Koch, Roichi Hasegawa, Hajime Ishikawa, Takonobu Darara, and all our staff. This is actually some pretty long credits for a Sega Genesis game. Well, nah, not really. I take that back. This is the 16-bit gen. Much more people were on the teams when they developed 16-bit games. If it was NES, I'd be more surprised. NES, Sega Master Systems, 8-bit stuff, those had smaller teams. Small teams of 5 to 6 people a lot of the times, or even less. Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, teams got bigger. Much bigger. I mean, that's when they actually had to start deciding on straight-up music that would be composed. It wasn't just like, oh, here's some 8-bit stuff. Not saying nothing on Nintendo had composed music, but a lot of the composers on Nintendo are the same person on a lot of games. Alright guys, that wraps up our One-Off Wednesday for this week. Next week we'll be doing another tribute to one of my original Let's Plays, and I'll see you guys then. Peace!